The comfort trap of someday is the most dangerous word in the human language because it feels like a promise, but it's actually a permission slip to do nothing today. People don't abandon their dreams in one dramatic moment. They abandon them one comfortable evening at a time. You tell yourself you'll start Monday, then Monday becomes next month, then next month becomes next year. And one day you wake up 40 years old wondering where your life went. The shocking truth is that someday has never once shown up on a calendar. It doesn't exist. It's a coping mechanism your brain built so you can feel ambitious without ever paying the price of ambition. Every person chasing a dream on the side, in their spare time, in their free hours, is unconsciously telling the universe that this dream isn't a priority, it's a maybe. And the universe doesn't reward maybes. While you're waiting for the right time, someone with less talent than you, less resources than you, and less potential than you is outworking you right now, today, in this exact hour, because they refuse to wait for someday. Comfort will never announce itself as your enemy. It will whisper to you sweetly, tell you that you deserve rest, that you've got time. But time is the one thing none of us actually have enough of. And the moment you realize that, someday dies and today is born. The lie of perfect timing. There is no perfect time. There never was, and there never will be. You are waiting for the stars to align, for the money to be right, for the fear to disappear, for the confidence to arrive. But confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after it. The shocking part is this. The people you admire didn't start when they were ready. They started when they were terrified, broke, doubted, and completely unprepared. And they built readiness by moving, not by waiting. Every single day you postpone your dream, waiting for the right moment, you are handing your future to fear disguised as patience. Timing is not a gift that shows up. Timing is something you create through relentless action. Stop researching. Stop planning for the 40th time. Stop asking 20 people for permission to chase what's already burning inside you. The right time is not a season. It's not a birthday. It's not next year. It is the very moment you decide you're done making excuses. The longer you wait for perfect conditions, the more you convince your own soul that your dream isn't worth the risk. And that lie will cost you decades if you let it. The clock does not slow down for your comfort, and opportunity does not wait patiently outside your door forever. Hobbies don't require sacrifice. Dreams do. A hobby is something you do when it's convenient. A dream is something you do when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, and costly, and you do it anyway. That's the difference. And most people never admit it to themselves. If you only work on your dream when you feel motivated, when you have extra time, when nothing else is going on that's not a dream, that's entertainment. A real dream demands blood. It demands relationships you might lose, sleep you won't get, comfort you'll have to sacrifice, and people who won't understand you anymore. The shocking truth is that most people are not failing because they lack talent. They're failing because they refuse to pay the price talent requires. They want the reward without the sacrifice, the title without the transformation, the success without the suffering. But sacrifice is the entry fee, not a bonus round. You don't get to keep your Netflix nights, your weekend parties, and your dream all fully intact. Something has to give. The people who made it gave up things you're not willing to give up yet. And that's the real gap between where you are and where you say you want to be. Until your dream costs you something real, it will remain exactly what it's always been, a hobby wearing an ambitious costume. Your environment is talking. Are you listening? Look around you right now. The people you spend the most time with, the conversations you have daily, the content you consume that is quietly designing your future, whether you realize it or not. Your environment is either pulling you toward your dream or slowly suffocating it, and most people never even notice which one is happening. Here's the shocking part. You can have the strongest will in the world, but if you're surrounded by people who mock ambition, who settle for average, who laugh at big goals, you will eventually shrink to match them. Environment beats willpower almost every single time. That friend who always has a reason why your dream won't work. That family member who says, just be realistic. That comfortable routine that never challenges you, all of it is shaping the size of your future. If you want a different life, You cannot keep the same environment and expect different results. You have to audit who's around you, what's feeding your mind, and where you're spending your energy. Some relationships were only meant to survive your old season, not your new one. Growth requires distance from certain rooms, certain people, and certain habits. And until you make that painful adjustment, your environment will keep talking you out of the life you were built for. The gap between interested and committed. There is a massive difference between being interested in something and being committed to it. And that difference is exactly why most dreams die quietly. Interested people do it when it's convenient. Committed people do it no matter what. Tired, broke, doubted, discouraged, they still show up. The shocking truth is this. You can tell exactly how committed someone is by watching what they do the day motivation disappears. Interest fades the moment things get hard. Commitment doesn't ask how you feel, it asks what needs to be done, and it gets done regardless. Most people say, I want this so bad, but their actions tell a completely different story. They'll skip to work when they're tired, abandon the plan when it's boring, and quit right before the breakthrough because they were never actually committed, they were just curious. Commitment looks like discipline when passion goes silent. It looks like showing up on the days you don't feel inspired, protecting your goal even when no one's watching, and refusing to negotiate with your own excuses. If your commitment level rises and falls with your mood, you don't have a dream, yet you have a passing interest that occasionally excites you. Real transformation only begins the day you stop asking, do I feel like it? And start asking, what does this require? Pain is the price tag of purpose. Every dream worth having comes with a price, and that price is almost always pain, physical exhaustion, emotional rejection, financial risk, public doubt. The shocking truth nobody tells you is that pain isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's usually proof you're finally doing something real. People chase comfort their whole lives and wonder why nothing ever changes, not realizing that comfort and growth cannot occupy the same space at the same time. If it doesn't cost you anything, it probably isn't worth much. The version of you that achieves the dream will not be built in ease. That version is forged in the nights you wanted to quit but didn't, the failures that embarrassed you but taught you, and the moments you had every excuse to stop but pushed anyway. Pain filters out everyone who wasn't serious. It's the reason most people never make it, not because they lacked ability, but because the moment things got painful, they mistook that pain for a sign to stop instead of a sign they were close. Purpose has never been cheap, and it was never going to be comfortable. The question isn't whether pain will show up on this journey, it will. The real question is whether you'll let that pain break you or let it build the exact person your dream requires you to become. What if the reason you're still stuck exactly where you were last year is because somewhere deep inside, you never actually decided to go all in? You call it a dream, but be honest with yourself, you've been treating it like a hobby, something you do when you're inspired, something you do after everything else is done, something you'll really focus on when life slows down. But life is never going to slow down for you. It's not designed to. It's designed to test you, to distract you, to give you every excuse in the world to stay comfortable and stay small. You keep waiting for motivation to show up before you work. But motivation was never meant to be the starting point. It's the reward for people who work without it. You keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect resources, the perfect confidence. And while you wait, someone else with half your talent is out there right now grinding on the thing you keep postponing. They're not smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They just stopped waiting. You say you want it bad, but do you want it bad enough to lose sleep for it? Bad enough to lose people for it? Bad enough to look foolish, to get rejected, to fail publicly and get back up without an audience clapping for you? Because that's what it actually costs. Nobody tells you that part. They show you the finish line, never the 4 a.m. grind that got someone there. Stop lying to yourself. A hobby doesn't require sacrifice. A dream does. A hobby lets you rest whenever you feel like it. A dream demands you show up even when you don't. If you're only working on it in your spare time, using your leftover energy, your leftover hours, you're not chasing a dream. You're just entertaining yourself with the idea of one. Look at your environment. Look at who's around you. Some of the people closest to you have quietly been feeding you comfort disguised as advice. Just be realistic. Not everyone makes it. Maybe try something safer. That's not love, that's fear wearing a disguise. And if you keep listening to it, it will talk you out of the exact life you were built for. There is a difference between being interested and being committed, and your actions have already told on you. Interested people quit the moment it stops feeling good. Committed people show up exhausted, doubted, broke, and still get the work done. Because commitment was never about how you feel. It was always about what needs to happen. And understand, this pain is not a signal to stop. Pain is the price tag of purpose. Every version of you that you're proud of was built in a season that hurt. The version chasing your dream right now isn't supposed to feel easy. If it felt easy, everybody would be doing it. So here's the real question. Not do you have a dream, because everybody has one of those. The real question is, are you still going to treat it like a hobby, something convenient, something part-time, something you pick up when it's easy and put down when it's hard? Or are you finally going to treat it like your life depends on it? Because it does. Get up. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someday. Someday is a lie. You've been telling yourself to stay comfortable. And comfortable is the graveyard where most dreams go to die quietly. You were not built to be average. You were not built to spend your whole life wondering, what if? You were built to become the answer to that question. So decide right now, today, not tomorrow, that you are done playing with your potential. You are done treating your purpose like a side project. From this moment forward, you go all in or you don't go at all. Your dream has been waiting patiently for you to stop visiting it and finally move into it. Every excuse you've used, no time, no money, not the right moment, has been a mask for fear. And fear only shrinks when you stop obeying it. The world does not need another person with unused potential. It needs you, fully committed, fully awake, fully in. Stop giving your dream leftovers. Give it everything. Because one day you won't get another chance to start, so start today. Start now. Start before you feel ready, because ready was never coming. What if I told you that the dream you keep saying you'll get serious about someday is quietly dying every single day you don't touch it? What if the reason nothing in your life has changed is because you've been giving your dream your leftover time, your leftover energy, your leftover effort, and calling that commitment? What if the people who made it weren't more talented than you? They were just done waiting for motivation, done waiting for the perfect moment, done waiting for permission that was never going to come. What if today is the last day you get to choose hobby or destiny? Because in the next 60 seconds, you're going to hear exactly why most people never make it and exactly what it's going to cost you to become the one who does. Don't look away. This one's for you. The gap between who you are and who you could become.